Hi Gail, here are the things I would like for you to do on a fairly regular basis when you're at home and not thinking about anything else. So, first thing is to just engage glutes. If you don't do this, your knees tend to veer towards one another. So I'm looking for the glutes to engage. At this point in time, you're coming up really tall. I want you to feel those muscles around your knees contract and pay attention to your right leg. It would prefer to go back in this direction. The moment you can no longer hold this, the exercise is pretty much over. And then you just relax, regroup, and then try again. In addition to that, you can also practice some weight shifting as you maintain this. So again, you start off by really getting into that really well-aligned position, and then you shift your weight ever so slightly from one foot over to the other. Start off just gently. See how far you can do. The moment you begin to feel that the knees wants to go inward, the exercise is over. And if you do this periodically during the day, then never go to the point that you're getting so exhausted that you can no longer do that. The other thing I would like for you to practice by yourself is just simply sit and stand, ideally without using your hands. And once you stand, again, try to get into this good alignment. The other thing I want you to, of course, do is practice working your tibialis anterior at the front of the shin, where you would do that seated and pretty much just pull the toes towards the knee. I would recommend to do this alternating one foot and the other. And your foot, of course, would like to then eventually turn out like that. And you want to think of pulling the little toe towards your knee. Again, once you can no longer do that, the exercise is over. Don't get into a pattern where you're getting too tired and you're just reinforcing compensations. The other thing is done calf raises, obviously coming up on your toes like that. And what I look for you to do is doing a fast move, as fast as you can, because when you walk, you need that dynamic to get you started. Another thing I just thought of that would be a good idea for you is as you're initiating a walking step. Without even walking, I want you to think of coming up on your toes, bend your hip here, and come up as if you are trying to make a step forward. You can keep your toe on the ground, you can even lift it up a little bit. Of course, hip flexion is a very difficult exercise for you, so you will get tired fairly quickly of doing that. And then I have two upper body exercises for you with your band. One of them is that you're pushing that band behind your back like so, and just simply push forward, right there. As you do this, try to keep your shoulders down, so don't rise them up towards this. The other thing I want you to do is doing a reverse fly. That way you don't have to anchor the band someplace, and you can do it anywhere, where you pretty much just kind of pull that band apart like that. Your right arm often gets tired very quickly from that. The idea is, ideally, you would want to have the band parallel to the floor. Often enough, I see that you're getting tired and it ends up looking like that. Do the best you can here, and that should go a long way. And that should be a few things that you can do at any point in time and whenever you feel like it.